Coordinates: 29 degrees 36 S 28 degrees 18 A, 29.6 degrees south 28.3 degrees east, minus 29.6. 28.3 Lesotho. Officially the Kingdom of Lesotho is an enclaved country surrounded entirely by South Africa. It is by far the largest of the world's 3 independent states completely surrounded by the territory of another country, with Vatican City and San Marino being the other 2. Additionally, it is the only such state outside the Italian peninsula, and the only one that is not a microstate. Lesotho is just over 30,000 square kilometers and has a population of about 2 million. Its capital and largest city is Maseru. The official languages are Sesotho and English. Lesotho was previously the British Crown colony of Basutoland, but it declared independence from the United Kingdom on the 4th of October 1966. It is now a fully sovereign state and is a member of the United Nations, the Commonwealth of Nations, the African Union, and the Southern African Development Community. The name Lesotho roughly translates to land of the Sado. The original inhabitants of Lesotho were the San people. Examples of their rock art can be found in the mountains throughout the area. Modern Lesotho, then called Basutoland, emerged as a single polity under King Moshoeshoe I in 1822. Moshoeshoe, a son of Mokhachen, a minor chief of the Bakoteli lineage, formed his own clan and became a chief around 1804. Between 1820 and 1823, he and his followers settled at the Butabuthe mountain, joining with former adversaries in resistance against the Laifakani associated with the reign of Saka Zulu from 1818 to 1828. Further evolution of the state emerged from conflicts between British and Dutch colonists leaving the Cape Colony following its seizure from the French allied Dutch by the British in 1795, and also from the Orange River Sovereignty and subsequent Orange Free State. Missionaries Thomas Arbesset, Eugene Cazalis and Constant Gosselin from the Paris Evangelical Missionary Society, invited by Moshoeshoe I, were placed at Morija, developing Sesotho orthography and printed works in the Sesotho language between 1837 and 1855. Cazalis, acting as translator and providing advice on foreign affairs, helped set up diplomatic channels and acquire guns for use against the encroaching Europeans and the Greek War people. Trekboers from the Cape Colony arrived on the western borders of Basutoland and claimed rights to its land, the first of which being Jan the Winner, who settled in the Mutlakeng area in May to June 1838. Incoming Boers attempted to colonize the land between the 2 rivers and even north of the Caledon, claiming that it had been abandoned by the Sado people. Moshoeshoe subsequently signed a treaty with the British governor of the Cape Colony, Sir George Thomas Napier, that annexed the Orange River Sovereignty where many Boers had settled. These outraged Boers were suppressed in a brief skirmish in 1848. In 1851, a British force was defeated by the Basotho army at Kolonyama, provoking an embarrassing war for the British. After repelling another British attack in 1852, Moshoeshoe sent an appeal to the British commander that settled the dispute diplomatically, and then defeated the Batlokoa in 1853. In 1854, the British pulled out of the region, and in 1858, Moshoeshoe fought a series of wars with the Boers in what is known as the Free State Basotho War. As a result, Moshoeshoe lost a great portion of the western lowlands. The last war with the Boers ended in 1867 when Moshoeshoe appealed to Queen Victoria, who agreed to make Basutoland a British protectorate in 1868. In 1869, the British signed a treaty at Aliwal North with the Boers that defined the boundaries of Basutoland. This treaty effectively reduced Moshoeshoe's kingdom to half its previous size by ceding away its western territories. Following the cession in 1869, the British transferred functions from Moshoeshoe's capital in Thaba Bosiu to a police camp on the northwest border, Maseru, until eventually the administration of Basutoland was transferred to the Cape Colony in 1871. Moshoeshoe died on the 11th of March 1870, marking the end of the traditional era and the beginning of the colonial era of Basutoland. He was buried at Thaba Bosiu, in the Cape Colony period between 1871 and 1884. Basutoland was treated similarly to other territories that had been forcibly annexed, much to the humiliation of the Basotho, leading to the Basuto Gun War in 1880 to 1881. In 1884, The territory became a crown colony by the name of Basutoland, with Maseru as its capital. It remained under direct rule by a governor, though effective internal power was wielded by traditional tribal chiefs. In 1905, a railway line was built to connect Maseru to the railway network of South Africa. Basutoland gained its independence from the United Kingdom and became the Kingdom of Lesotho in 1966. In January 1970, the ruling Basotho National Party, and imprisoning the BCP leadership, BCP began a rebellion and then received training in Libya for its Lesotho Liberation Army. DEP